the dollar has lost 4% of its value. What does that mean? All right. So, inflation numbers are coming in a little bit better. So remember I told you a while back. This is why it's good for y'all to catch up on every episode, right? So remember I told you that China is a manufacturer-driven country, right? So everybody gonna pay. If you think about it right now, one of the reasons why the market is going good, or the people feel good about the market so far, is because the China lockdowns are easing up. If the China lockdowns are easing up, what does that mean? That means they can get back to making stuff. You with me? If the China lockdowns ease up, they can get back to making stuff. Now, inflation is coming down. It went from 8.3 something to 7.7. Why? Because the Fed has kept hitting us with 75. Jerome really wasn't playing. Now, because he keeps tightening, that makes the dollar stronger. Now he like, all right, because he's tightening, that brings inflation down. Now, here's the dope part. Gas, 18%. CPI numbers, right? Consumer Price Index, telling us about the prices. Gas, 18%. Food, 12%. Shelter, 7%. Used cars, 2%. These numbers have excited the markets because they're saying what Jerome is doing is working. Now, here's the thing. I personally, because of what we just saw, I think next time Jerome hikes, which is going to be in December, I think he only going to give us 50 points. Because he still got to get us all the way down. Inflation has to come down to 2.5%. But watch this. He wanted to be to 4.2% by end of year. He wants us to be at 4.2% by end of year. I think he'll give us a 50-point rate hike. That'll get us where we need to be at. And that means he's done what he wanted to do for this year. I think once he see those numbers, now watch this. Going into the next year, those last 3 rate hikes now will catch up with us. Here's what we're seeing. Let's look forward. Here's what we're seeing. What we're seeing is everybody in tech is cutting jobs. What else they cutting jobs at? Retail. Jobs are being lost. Now, here's what happens. What is one of the biggest things in the recession that I said a long time ago? I said, listen, once you start seeing clearance sales and once you start seeing all these job losses, you know for a fact we in a recession. Whether they say it or not, you know for a fact what's going on. Here's what happens. We're going to see that. Those things are going to catch up. This is why everybody predicting recession is going to be deep in 2023 is because now everything has to catch up with what's already been done. It's what we call a lagging indicator. He do it right now. It don't happen to us for, I'm about to say something. You know how somebody pass gas when they walk and then they gone, but you walk, you be like, God, what the fuck? That's a lagging indicator. You know how somebody pass gas and they keep going? And then you walk right into it, you're like, wait, bro, what the, that dude, well, come on. You looking around like, who did that? The person who did it, why not? So check this out, y'all. Man, Buffett has been putting up numbers like he is in his prime. Yo. Buffett is putting up numbers like he is in his prime. Watch this, man. So first, Warren Buffett sold 3.2 million shares of a Chinese EV company called BYD Co., right? Worth $72 million. That lowered his percentage of ownership from 17%, his stake in it, size of his portfolio from 18% to 17%. Now watch this. Since July, he's been selling. He's now, since July to now, has sold $600 million worth of this company. Warren, when did you buy this company? He bought the company in 2008. Charlie Munger. This is why you gotta have good friends. This is why you gotta have friends that know the game. This is why you gotta have friends that know the game. If you know Charlie Munger, first of all, I want to say something. I was watching TV today, but Charlie Munger said something, and it just made me die laughing. Because when you get like his age, You can probably like say what you want to say and you don't care. Like, he said something on TV today and I just knew CNBC wasn't going to let that come out. That man said everybody want to be on something new. They don't care if it's free or Bitcoin. I say, what? Y'all ain't going to... I said, y'all ain't going to blurt that out? But I think when you become that old, when you an OG in a game, you can just say what you want to say, bro. He said, after, I'm not going to say that again, but he said after that, I'm surprised that the United States that I live in is following these Neanderthals. I said, bro, he just all in. He just dropping them old sagging white nuts on these people's TV. Bro, how you get to say that on them people's TV? You can't, bro, I'm gonna just keep it real. You can't say that CP word, bro. Jose, make sure you delete that shit. You can't say that CP word on CNBC. Bruh. When he said it, I had to do this to the TV. Did he just say that shit? I said, did he just say that shit on TV? And then he said it was like he pissed off at America. He's like, I'm pissed off. In so many words that he said that they are following these Neanderthals. He's talking about the people from Bitcoin. Well, not Bitcoin, but crypto. He said America created an asset class because the market was running up. Watch this. Look what he said after that. Because he did his homework. Look what he said after that. He said they created an asset class that had been used on the black market for robbers and kidnappers. Now, if you do your homework on crypto, in 2010, 2008, people on the black market been using it. Credit cards, all kind of illegal activity. But for him to say that live on them people TV, and for them to play it, I say, boy, that when you were OG. He said, America is chasing, but here's the thing. Remember, we was in a 13-year run. When you're in a 13-year run, I want you to understand something. America is built off greed. And every now and then, every last one of us take a little pinch of that greed. Watch this. Watch this. Social media exposed us to it, and it enhanced the greed. Now it put a lot of people who wouldn't normally be greedy, who wouldn't normally get into that, it made them buy into it. And I will never forget this, y'all. This thing, a lady told me this, yo, and it hurt my heart. And I said, I got to start teaching more. When Dogecoin was running, and everybody was asking me about it, I said, man, look, that's when I came up with one of my famous quotes. I said, treat a gamble like a gamble, treat an investment like an investment. Treat a gamble like a gamble. Treat an investment like an investment. I said, that's not an investment, yo. That's a gamble. I don't gamble like that. I shoot dice. At that point, I had to stop shooting dice. And I got up there, and so many people, I ain't gonna lie, you know, and here's the thing, what I don't like that people do, people will stand tall in their wrong. And they will defend it. Trap, you down bad. You mad because crypto outperforming the stock. I say, bro, I don't care. My money is being made, fam. Like, the stock market gonna always be good to me, regardless. I want you to win, but I want you to know what you're doing. Don't get caught up because it's going crazy on Instagram. Because here's the thing what you're not realizing. For every one person you see that's winning, there's 1,000 that's losing. But what happens is people tuck their tail when it's time to lose. People ain't showing them L's. You feel me? And it's hurt my heart when this lady told me this. In the comments, she said, Trap, you a hater. It's people like you the reason why our culture don't go nowhere. It's people like you that's holding us down because we not buying your course and because we not following. I say, ma'am, I'm going to just keep it real with you. It don't matter to me. I want you to do the right thing. She said, all I know is this. Bro, I swear on my daughter. The lady said, I got 3 kids. She said, I got 3. Man, I should have screenshotted that chat. She said, I got 3 kids. All I know is I emptied all my money in my bank account and I done tripled my money. I said, pull it out. And I said, pull it out now. In 2 days, Dogecoin plummeted. So that means one or two things. The one thing about the market and the one thing about crypto for real, when it go, it go. And if you don't catch it, and I know she don't got no stop loss or nothing like that, so it went. So it's a good chance that she lost what she had made and some of what she had. I DM'd her. I said, and I wasn't even mean. I said, Queen, y'all know me. I said, Queen, did you take your money out? She told me, F me and block me. I wasn't even saying it on no, I'm like, yo, did you get your money out? Because our problem is this, y'all. When we see something running, we don't think it's going to never stop running. And it's an amateur mistake. It's an amateur mindset. And it's not your fault. You know why it ain't your fault? Because everybody who playing the game won't make some money. Everybody won't make some money. I understand that. But the problem is, in making the money, we got to get through with it. All right, let's go, man. So check this out. So Warren invested $203 million back in 2008. At its high, it was worth $9.2 billion. At its low, it was worth $7.7 billion. Let me make it make sense to you. If you invested $500K in 2008, right now it'd be $1.5 million. Cha-ching. Make some money. Roll that beautiful bean for them. But there's more. Watch this. Stu's just putting up numbers right now. So Warren Buffett buys $4 billion stake in TSM, which is the world's biggest chip company. Right? He bought 60 million shares. But now he bought this 45 days ago. Once the 13F came out, stock went up 10% today. Now TSM is the world's largest chip maker. It makes up 70% of all chips made in the market. That's crazy. Let's go, man. Now, here's something that really caught it today. OPEC calling the shot. So OPEC, which is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, right? So it consists of Algeria, it consists of Angola, Congo, Guinea, Gabon, Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, UAE, which is United Arab Emirates, and Venezuela. So when you see Biden go talk to Venezuela or Saudi Arabia, something like that, you know he's trying to fill them reserves up, right? So OPEC is responsible for the stable prices in oil and petroleum, or petroleum producers, and the supply of petroleum across nations. It makes sure that everybody gets their equal capital on the money invested in their oil industry, or in their petroleum industry, right? So OPEC said, it came out of reports, this is important for us to pay attention to, right? OPEC cuts the oil growth, oil demand growth by 100 barrels a day in 2023. This is what they see. They say global growth will grow by 2.2 million barrels, but they say India will be the main source of growth. Why would India be the main? I want y'all to think about something. As technology companies switch from China, guess where they won't go at? India. Just keep that in mind, right? China COVID policies will create uncertainty. Remember, people just won't switch from China. You remember, boy, just went over there. All right, so let's go a little deep. Let's go a little deeper. Watch this. We're looking at producers. So here's the dope part. OPEC sees production changes in 2023. It has the United States as the #1 oil production country. So we're going to produce. The United States is going to produce 1.2 barrels of oil. That's crazy. They saying Norway is going to produce 260 barrels of oil. It's saying Brazil can produce 200,000 barrels of oil. But look at this right here. It says Russia will produce negative 850 barrels of oil. Just want y'all to take just look at that. All right, let's go, man. Woo!